Hey everybody, this is Erin from Erin's Audio Corner. I think you probably already know that by now. This video is going to be pretty quick, but it's something I want to address before things kind of get out of hand. And what I want to talk about is how I get product and how that has led me to working with different people to get products to review. One way I get product is directly from the manufacturer. Now, I try to avoid that if I can, just because I know some people don't like the appearance of it. Personally, I've never had a problem when somebody gets information, or not information, but product from a manufacturer, as long as they just tell you, hey, the product came from here. The other thing is, because I do objective reviews, the data doesn't care where it came from. And I don't have to worry about golden samples. That's something I've never personally worried about. I know some people do. Personally speaking, I've never once worried myself about, am I getting a golden sample? A lot of the time, actually, the products that I do get come directly from the warehouses. And I'm able to determine that because of the stickering and stuff like that on the boxes. So it's not an issue there. The reason why it's helpful to get stuff from the manufacturer, though, is because there's a lot of stuff that I can't afford. And we'll get to that in a second. A lot of stuff is new and you all want to see it as soon as you possibly can. The only way to get it is from the manufacturer. Now, going on to the next thing. Sometimes I buy stuff myself, and I do that through Patreon funds. Any kind of funds that I can generate through YouTube, which is, I'm telling you, it is pennies. It's like a percent of a penny on the dollar. For instance, the last video I made, the KEF Q150, I purchased that speaker myself from Amazon, paid $300 for it. As of today, it's got over about 11,000 views on it, that's good for this channel. Most of my views are somewhere in like the 4,000 range. And if it gets above that, then it's doing pretty good. That video at 11,000 views has generated about, I think, $55 as of today. And that growth is pretty much stalled. I would say in its entire lifetime, I might, if I'm lucky, maybe get $75 out of that video, maybe. And keep in mind, I paid $300 for it, and I'm going to have to sell it. And if I don't sell it locally, I'm going to ship it. So you can imagine I'm going to take a loss on that video. At best, I'm going to break even. There's only so much money that I can afford to spend, and I definitely can't afford to spend, thousands of dollars on speakers and then try to turn around and sell it at a huge loss. So that's where getting things in from the manufacturer, or thirdly, from you, the watcher or the reader. And in those cases, it's not really been an issue, but there is always the risk of getting something and it showing up damaged. Also, sometimes you will volunteer to cover the shipping both ways, and that's great. But then other times I'll have to pay for shipping out of my own pocket. And I've done that a few times. So far, it's not been too terribly bad. And that's, again, what the Patreon funds are for. And that's also what the affiliate link funds are for. Now, the Amazon affiliate links, this is another thing that people have an issue with. And I guess I kind of get it. But again, the data doesn't care if I get affiliate revenue or not from it. And I've reviewed quite a few speakers in a pretty bad negative light and then still put an affiliate link out there. It's not so much if you buy that product, it's just other things that you might want to buy. I mean, it's everything that Amazon sells, from deodorant to books, just whatever little knickknacks that you might need. That's where it helps me the most. And, sometimes around Christmas time, it helps. I can gain a few $100 off affiliate links. But for the most part, it's pretty low. I mean, it may be a few bucks a day, but really and truly, everything does help. And that money after a while starts to add up. And that allows me to do things like buy that KEF Q150 or buy the Sony speakers that I reviewed a while back, which I still have. I also bought a couple Polk speakers. Well, a lot of Polk speakers actually, and sold them locally. I took about a $400 loss on those, but that's just kind of part of it, because the Patreon stuff, that helps me offset. So really, at the end of the day, as long as I can just at least break even, then I'm okay. It would be great if I could get rich off of this stuff. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. This is definitely not something that's making me money. I still work a regular day job because there's no way. I don't see that ever happening. But there's other reasons behind that too, just for future risk. I mean, what happens if YouTube decides one day they're going to just close up shop and I'm a YouTuber? I'm host. So I keep my regular day job and I keep my audio as a hobby. And like I said, as long as the things that I do to monetize my videos or to get affiliate link revenue, as long as I can break even, then that allows me to keep this channel going. So that's where I want to thank patrons and anybody who just clicks those generic affiliate links. That's appreciated very much. But the purpose of this video, having said all of that, what I want to talk about now is partnerships going forward. I have worked out a deal with Audio Advice where whatever they sell, I think probably within reason, they are willing to loan me for review. Now, number one, I don't get paid for this. Number two, the manufacturers aren't included in any of this. It's basically like an open door return policy with Audio Advice. And I think that's great because Audio Advice sells so much stuff like Revel or Revel. I think they sell Klipsch, JBL. I mean, I don't know. My mind's going blank, but they sell a ton of stuff. And they're a great resource for me and for you that will allow me to get in products and review them as a true third-party independent reviewer and then send it back to them without any hit to me. And in exchange, all I've got to do is put an affiliate link out there for them, something that goes back to them. So if you guys are interested in the product or just anything that they sell in general, then I would encourage you to go through them to purchase it because that helps me out. It gives me a little bit more, I don't know, I can't think of the word, but I guess legitimacy maybe. And in doing so, maybe that allows them to be more willing to send me even more stuff as we go on in this partnership. Now, I've only so far got the JBL in-wall speaker. This is my first one that I'm going to be testing in my partnership with them. I've just finished all the testing up. I've got all the data collected, and I will be sending that speaker back to them very, very soon. But that's the first step in what I hope will be a long-term partnership. And we've been talking about this for the past couple months. And I want to thank them for giving me the opportunity to do that. And I really think that you all will benefit from that way more than I will, but it gives us all the opportunity to get our hands on a product and see the inner workings of it without having to go through, getting you stuff or me coming out of pocket extremely for a lot of these things. So that's cool. The other flip side that I'm doing is I'm working with AVS forums. Now, I just started this recently as well. AVS Forum is trying to get back into the science of things. And as you probably know, if you've been a longtime follower of AVS Forum, as I have since like 2007, I've been a member there, then you've probably seen the science side slide away, right? So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get more back into that. And in turn, they reached out to me to see if I would be a reviewer for them. Now, I was very adamant to Jacob Atkinson, who's the one who contacted me, and he can tell you the same thing if you want to message him directly. I don't want to get paid, so I'm not getting any money from AVS Forum. And again, I'm not getting any money from the manufacturer. Any revenue that I generate from any of my reviews, no matter where the speaker comes from the same ways, either Patreon, thank you to patrons, either affiliate linking, generic ones or whatever, just anything. If you need toothpaste, toothbrush, hair care products, whatever, just go through the Amazon affiliate link. That helps me a lot, even if it's just a couple bucks. Or PayPal donations is another way that I generate income. And then YouTube ad revenue, which is incredibly low. I mean, we're talking so low. Literally, I totaled it up yesterday for one of my more recent videos. It was 5%. I'm not kidding. 5% of a penny is what it's making. Think about that. 5% of a penny. All the time I put in this stuff, that's what YouTube ad revenue makes me. So it's nothing. It's laughable, honestly. But this is going to be my first foray into that, and I'm hoping that it will open the door for more future products to come. I just put up the Atlantic Technology 8600E on the Clipple today, started measuring that, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to measure the tower speaker, which I do have. I just don't know physically if I'm going to be able to make it work for the Clipple because I'm limited to a certain size. So they were willing to send it out to me anyway as part of the review and the partnership with AVS Forum. And I think, again, this is going to be a situation where everybody's going to benefit a lot. And, for me, it's more about making sure that everybody understands. Somebody's messaging me. For me, it's more about making sure that everybody understands where I'm getting stuff from, me being completely transparent, letting you know that I'm not getting paid by manufacturer or AVS Forum or Audio Advice. Except for Audio Advice, I would get affiliate link percentage, which is like 4% or so, I think. But it's really not a lot. It pales in comparison to the amount of work that I put into these reviews. And again, the data doesn't care how I get paid. The data is the data. And I give all the data to you guys every single time so you can see it and make any kind of assessments that you feel is necessary to make if you feel like you can't trust me because I put a link out there. Just look at the data, okay? That's it. I just want to cover my bases here. I know people will say stupid stuff, and honestly, when I watch reviewers and they say I'm putting an affiliate link out there, great. You tell me where you got the speaker from. Great. These are all things that help me feel like I can trust you. And as long as I know that you're being transparent, if I think you've done an awesome job with your video, there's a couple camera guys that I follow, and I'm not even interested in camera gear, but I follow them because I'm interested in their process of reviewing things. So I'll use their affiliate links just to help them out, just random affiliate links. That kind of stuff, I think it's all about transparency and being honest in how I acquire gear, how I generate revenue. And like I said, as long as I can break even, I'm happy. And if I make a couple extra $100 one month, then honestly, I'm okay with that. I don't think anybody should be mad at me for that. And it allows me to do a couple extra things. Last month, actually, I took my daughter to the zoo in Birmingham, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have a little bit of extra money in my pocket from making a few videos over the holidays. I went to the zoo. I took my mom with me too. It was 50 something bucks to get in. And I was like, I got this. And it felt cool to be able to say, I got this. Like, don't worry about it. I got the extra money from doing this other stuff. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's nice to have that feeling too. So yeah, sue me, I guess, for generating a little bit of extra income when I can. But again, for the most part, it's kind of just breaking even. And that's really all I want to say. I just wanted people to know where stuff's coming from and what's going on. And I hope you look forward to this partnership with AVS Forum and the partnership with Audio Advice, and make sure to give them some attention. Use my generic Audio Advice link below. I'll click it. And if you don't buy anything, just go check out their website, follow it, take a look at it, and that will help me continue to help you all as well. So that's it for this video. Like I said, I wanted to kind of make it brief and short. There's a lot of other thoughts that I have on these topics, but I don't want to get too negative. I just want to keep things on the up and up and keep them positive, keep things moving, and stay out of the gutter, right? So with that said, I am going to bail out. I hope you all have a great upcoming week. Enjoy your daylight savings time and getting readjusted to that for those of you poor souls like me who have to deal with that garbage. And maybe in the future, we can hope for no more daylight savings time, right? Okay. Of all things to complain about, that's what I'm complaining about today. So I will talk to y'all later. Have a great one. Peace.